Happy Thursday, everyone. We are coming to you live, well, recorded live, from a just and absolutely freezing New York City.
It is genuinely bone-chilling out there. The wind tunnel effect between the skyscrapers is, it's no joke.
It really isn't. And we're technically supposed to be on vacation here, enjoying a few days, taking in the sights.
Catching a show. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how it is. You can take the podcaster out of the studio, but the curiosity just doesn't switch off.
It's an occupational hazard, for sure. The brain's always looking for the next deep dive.
Right. And honestly, the spark for today's conversation hit me when I was just trying to get out of the cold. I ducked into a pharmacy to grab some hand warmers, essential, by the way, and there it was, the rack.
The rack. You know exactly what he means, that spinning tower of plastic.
You can't miss it. But then I saw it again in a supermarket, and then, of all places, a Tractor Supply store. And it was just loaded with cards for, I don't know, video games, steakhouses, streaming services, and it just hit me. What is the actual business behind this?
It's a scene you walk past every day, but you never really stop to analyze it.
Right. Why is a pharmacy pushing a card for a PlayStation? And, more to the point, why do we, as consumers, take perfectly good cash? I mean, money you can spend anywhere and turn it into plastic that only works in one place.
It feels like you're just giving them an interest-free loan.
That's exactly it. So that is our mission today. We are going to unpack the hidden economy of gift cards.
And hidden economy is the perfect phrase.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're doing this because, based on the research we pulled, this isn't just about convenience or a last-minute birthday present. We are talking about a massive financial industry.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get into some pretty complex accounting laws, multi-billion-dollar liabilities, and a concept called breakage. And breakage is going to make you look at that junk drawer full of old cards very differently.
I can't wait to get into breakage. It sounds like something out of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But let's start with the basics. The rack. If I walk into a pharmacy and I buy a $50 PlayStation card, what's in it for the pharmacy? They're not just doing it to be nice, are they?
Definitely not charity, no. You have to think of that gift card like a candy bar or a magazine. It's just another product on their shelf. And when they sell it, they get a commission.
Okay, so they get a cut. Is it the big one?
It's surprisingly high. The sources we analyzed show commissions can range anywhere from 5 to, get this, 25%.
25%. Wait, hold on.
We even looked at Amazon's standard referral fees, and they list gift cards at a 20% rate.
20%. That seems insane. So if I buy a $100 Amazon card at the grocery store could be keeping $20.
It's a huge chunk.
Why would a company like Amazon or Sony give up 20% of the revenue? That just kills their margin.
It does, but you have to look at it from their perspective. They don't see it as a loss. They see that 20% as a customer acquisition cost.
So it's advertising.
It's basically an advertising budget. Think about who's in a grocery store on a Tuesday morning.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
It might be a grandmother doing her weekly shop. Is she likely to go to the PlayStation website and browse digital download?
Probably not, no.
Exactly. But she's in the grocery store. She sees the logo on the rack. She remembers her grandson likes that video game thing, and boom, she tosses it in the cart.
So they've just reached a customer they never would have otherwise.
For a fraction of the cost of a TV ad campaign. It's brilliant placement.
That makes a lot of sense. But there's another piece to this, isn't there? The psychology of actually spending the card. Because I know if I have a $50 gift card, I almost never spend exactly $50.
You've hit on the second big incentive. It's the spend more effect. The data shows it's incredibly rare to hit the number on the head if you have that $50 card. But the game you want is $70.
You just pay the extra $20, which is $20 I probably wouldn't have spent if I didn't feel like the first 50 were free.
Precisely. It drives a bonus sale. But on the flip side, and this is where the economics get really interesting, what happens if you spend less? Or what if you never spend it at all? Okay, let's get into this. Because I definitely have a card in a drawer with like $1.42 on it, and probably a few I've lost completely. Where does that money go?
Welcome to the world of breakage.
Breakage. It sounds like something falling off a shelf.
In a way, it's value falling off the table for you and right into the corporation's pocket. Breakage is the industry term for revenue that's recognized from cards that are just never redeemed.
You mean it's free money for them?
It's pure, 100% free money.
How much are we talking about here? Is this significant?
Oh, it's major capital. The estimates from our sources put breakage rates, so the percentage of total sales that go unused, at around 2 to 4%.
That sounds small. 2%.
Percentage-wise, yes. But apply that to billions and billions in global sales. We found some hard numbers. For example, in 2016, Starbucks recognized $60.5 million in breakage income.
Wait. Pause right there. $60 million.
$60 million. And Best Buy, in 2015, recognized $46 million. That's $60 million worth of lattes that were paid for but never, ever poured.
Correct. Pure profit with zero cost of goods. They didn't have to buy the beans, pay the barista, nothing. It goes straight to the bottom line.
That is just, it's incredible. But how do they decide when to take that money? I mean, if I find an old card, I expect it to work. If they've already counted it as profit, does my card just stop working?
That's where the accounting gets a little gritty, but really interesting for anyone who follows how companies manage their earnings. The card usually still works. We'll get to expiration laws later, but on their books, they move it from a liability to revenue.
Okay.
And the rules for when they can do that have actually changed recently under a new standard called ASC 606.
ASC 606 sounds like a Star Wars droid.
Close enough. It's an accounting standard. And historically, companies use what was called the remote method. They'd have to wait maybe 2 to 5 years until the chance of you using the card was remote.
So the money just sat on their balance sheet in limbo.
Exactly. But now, under ASC 606, they can use the redemption pattern method. Basically, they can look at their historical data. If they know that, say, 98% of their cards are used within 9 months.
They can start counting the leftover money as profit way sooner.
Way sooner. They recognize it proportionally. Amazon, for instance, disclosed a gift card liability of $2.4 billion.
Billion with a B.
With a B. And under these new rules, they can recognize the breakage income over that active redemption period instead of waiting years. It makes their quarterly reports look a lot better.
You mentioned liability there. I want to make sure we're clear on that. If I give them $50 cash, why is that a liability for them? Cash is an asset.
The cash is an asset, but the card represents a debt. They owe you $50 worth of goods or services. Until you redeem it, that money is an obligation on their books.
Right.
But, and this is the key for the finance nerds listening, they get to hold that cash in the meantime.
The float.
The float. It is a massive interest-free loan from you, the consumer, to the corporation. If Amazon is sitting on $2.4 billion in unredeemed cards, that's $2.4 billion they can use for operations, for investments.
Or just earning interest in a bank account. And they're not paying me any interest on my card sitting in a drawer. In fact, with inflation, my $50 is worth less every day.
Correct. It's working capital that costs them nothing. It's just a brilliant business model.
That's wild. We're literally lending money to the biggest companies on earth for free, and we thank them for it.
Puts the gift card in a whole new light, doesn't it?
It really does. Okay, before we dive into some of the darker parts of this industry, scams, fraud, government involvement, I want to take a quick second to talk to you, the listener.
Yes, a brief pause.
If you like what you're listening to today, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and please comment on what topics you'd like us to address in future episodes.
We do read all the comments, and your ideas really do help shape what we cover.
And in the description, you'll find a PayPal link if you'd like to support this project. Your contribution helps a lot so we can keep making content like this. We don't ask for more than the cost of a coffee. Thanks for your support.
We really do appreciate it.
Okay, let's pivot. We've talked of consumers buying these cards, but the sources we looked at mention a huge driver of growth is actually corporations.
That's right, the B2B sector.
Yeah.
Business to business. This is the whole corporate rewards and incentives machine.
Like when your job gives you a $25 gift card for filling out a health survey.
Exactly. Or sales incentives, employee of the month, client gifts. There's a company called Blackhawk Network that's a huge player here. They operate over 400,000 of these consumer touchpoints in 28 countries.
A massive network. So they're the engine behind a lot of these racks.
They are. And they've been pushing heavily into digital rewards. Think about it from a logistics standpoint. If you're a big company rewarding 5,000 employees, are you going to ship 5,000 gift baskets?
Absolutely not. The shipping would be a nightmare.
Or are you going to email 5,000 digital codes instantly?
It's a no-brainer. The digital codes every time.
And that ease of transfer, those digital codes, that kind of brings us to the Wild West side of this. Regulation and scams.
This is the part that always worries me. I have this fear that if I wait too long, the company can just take my money. Can they do that? Can they just expire the card?
It's a common fear, and the short answer is generally no. There are federal protections. The Card Act of 2009 is the big one.
Okay, what does that get us?
It generally prohibits expiration dates sooner than 5 years from the day the card is activated.
So 5 years, that's a pretty good window. What about those ridiculous fees? I remember getting a card once and it lost like $2 a month in maintenance fees.
Those are largely banned now, or at least heavily restricted. Inactivity fees are generally not allowed unless there have been 0 transactions for at least 12 months, so they can't start draining it right away.
That's good to know. But here's the thing that blew my mind in the research. Let's say I wait 5 years. The card expires. Does the retailer just get to keep the money then?
Not necessarily. And this is the real aha moment. It involves a legal concept called escheatment.
Escheatment. Sounds painful.
It's actually from old feudal law. It refers to unclaimed property. In many states, if a card isn't used for a few years, the retailer can't keep the money. They have to turn it over to the state government.
Wait, what? The state takes my gift card money?
Yes. The logic is that the money is still technically yours. And since you haven't claimed it, the state acts as its custodian. For example, our sources say New York considers gift certificates abandoned after 5 years.
So if I don't use my Starbucks card, Starbucks doesn't get the money, and I don't get the coffee. The state of New York gets the cash.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Now, you can technically file a claim with the state to get it back, but almost nobody does. And it varies wildly by state. Florida, for example, is more corporate friendly. They don't require it to be turned over.
So it's a total patchwork of laws.
A complete patchwork. And it's a compliance nightmare for these companies.
Speaking of nightmares, we have to talk about fraud. That guide from the Maryland Attorney General was alarming. Gift cards are the currency of choice for scammers.
It's a very sobering read. They are preferred because they're instant, they're irreversible, and they're basically anonymous.
Why them specifically, though? Why not a wire transfer?
A wire transfer leaves a trail. It can sometimes be reversed. A gift card code. The second you read those numbers over the phone, that money is gone forever.
So the red flag is anyone asking you to pay for, like, back taxes or a legal fee with a gift card.
Yes. And we should be really clear here. The IRS will never, ever call you and ask for payment in iTunes card.
Yeah, sure. If you hear that, it's a scam. Hang up.
100%. But there's also physical tampering, which is even scarier.
How does that work?
Scammers go into a store, they grab a stack of cards, they gently open the packaging, and they record the numbers. Then they just tape them back up so they look brand new and put them back on the rack.
So the card is compromised before I even buy it.
Yes. And they run software that just constantly checks the balance of those numbers. The second you check out and the cashier loads $100 on it, their bot sees the balance and drains it instantly.
Oh, that's terrifying. Your money is gone before you've even left the store.
And you give it as a gift, and the person goes to use it, and it's a zero balance.
Wow. Okay, so check that packaging very, very carefully. If it looks like it's been tampered with, just put it back. So looking forward, where is this all going? Is the rack going to disappear?
The market's only getting bigger, but the form is changing. The U.S. gift card market was valued at around $234 billion in 2025.
Billion. That's bigger than the GDP of a lot of countries.
It's huge. And is projected to hit over $307 billion by 2029. But the growth is all in digital dominance. We're moving to e-gifting, cards that live in your Apple Wallet.
Which makes sense. Harder to lose, instant delivery.
Exactly. But we also should distinguish between the two types of cards driving this: closed loop and open loop.
Give us the quick definition.
Closed loop is a card for one specific store, a Starbucks card, a Home Depot card. Open loop is like a Visa prepaid card you can use anywhere.
And retailers must love the closed loop ones.
Oh, they do. They dominate the market over 62%. It locks you into their ecosystem, and they get to avoid the transaction fees from Visa or MasterCard.
It's a loyalty shackle, basically. Guarantees you're coming back.
That's a perfect way to put it.
So to wrap this all up, that simple piece of plastic isn't simple at all. It's a web of commissions, interest-free loans, breakage profits, state seizure laws, and a constant fight against fraud.
It's a microcosm of the modern financial system. It's built for convenience, but it's engineered to maximize profit for the issuer at every single step.
So here's the question we want to leave you with. When you buy a gift card, you're buying a promise. But if that card just sits in a drawer for 3 years, are you really giving a gift to your friend?
Or are you just making a donation to a corporation's bottom line? And if you don't use it, is the state of New York going to end up spending it for you? Something to think about next time you pass the rack.
And with that, we come to the end of this deep dive today. We hope you liked it, that you learned something new, and that you'll join us for the next one.
It was a pleasure unpacking this one with you.
Many thanks, and we will meet again very soon. Remember that the PayPal link is in the description of this video if you want to help us. Thanks once again. Greetings.
Goodbye, everyone.
We'll report back in a couple of days from New York. Stay warm.